bit of credit. South Brooklyn, you definitely had more Brooklyn than South. Oh,
right.
man.
Hey, we're underway.
Fantastic. So what do you think the starting weapon's going to be today? Definitely not a sword. Uncle's not carrying anything with him.
Yeah. The masochist in me wants to see bombs, but I always like to see fire rod because that's pretty much the most balanced weapon. I think it's like a really powerful weapon, but you can't spam it because of the magic meter. So fire rod.
Yeah, my least favorite. I don't mind bombs. I got used to bombs. I hate the Cane of Orion. That blue cane is so easy to run out of magic so fast that I hate it. I can't stand it. Bombs I enjoy because you can kind of plan for it and get all your bombs done through CAC and everything like that. You can get the back of escape really easily. The rat becomes a little bit of a trouble if you're low on hearts. But let's see what Uncle has for us today. What is the big reveal? Oh, infinite ammo strats.
Who pressed easy mode on this button? Wait a minute.
Right.
This is the easiest of the escapes, the hammer.
And here comes the gloves. Burn me at the stake?
Ooh,
no, the lamp.
Oh, well, that's one of the 4 vanilla lamps you can find in this game.
That is very true. So that early lamp is kind of interesting because that really does point towards a early Aga more than anything else, because that's like one of the few requirements that if you don't see quickly, this might be an Aga seed to get to Dark World. So we'll see what comes up coming up in CAC. That's really where we'll get the true insight of what their motive to get into Dark World's going to be.
See, Vin's starting to farm a little bit. I mean, they're going to be looking for bombs, but Vin's finding rupees here and there, which is never a bad thing in the early game.
It's not. Now, it's interesting. A lot of people don't farm the green guards, and they typically, I've noticed in my own experiences, have a higher ability, like just bomb rate drop. Like their packets tend to have bombs more often than not. But most people wait to farm the snakes in the Dark of Escape or the rats later on. And oh, there we go. Blue guard had a bomb drop. So we might start off with bombs here shortly if AO decides to actually get that. Ooh, that one didn't drop one. Let's see if he kills these other couple guards.
For the most part, when it comes to there's the bomb he was looking for.
Good.
For the most part, when I go through escape, depending on the weapon I have, I don't have to kill every enemy in the beginning. I'll tend to go after the ropes in the sewers.
That's a common thing. Oh, a sword is always a good early start.
Yeah.
That's again pointing towards more Aga though. I agree with that. I think the only guards that I tend to farm is if I haven't gotten a bomb on those green guards coming up, I'll farm that blue guard at the very bottom because there's a pot to grab on the way down, and the 2 green guards coming into the stairs here just before you get the second key. I'll farm those, and they're on the way anyway. So if I don't have a bomb by that time, I'll get those. On the way back, I typically farm the green guards in the hallway and then go from there and farm the ropes. That's about what I do. I try not to spend too much time because the longer it takes you to get out of escape, the less checks you get, and you end up further behind.
So both of our runners going through, kill the ball and chain guard, get the small key from Zelda's chest. So we're still looking for 4 more items in the map.
Yeah, if the map is at the very end, I wonder if they skip, if they've kept count, because a lot of people get scared and they're just like, I don't know if I caught the map or not, and they'll check that last chest anyway. Now, Edgeworth does have a few seconds of a lead, a few screens here, just because of farming, and everything will probably even up once they get out to the Lost Woods area. May have one not check the Lumberjack Cave, and the other one will. We'll see how far they go with that. Most people like to check that just so they have the knowledge, and both of these guys are probably thinking, I'm probably going to have to do Aga. Let's see what item I need.
Well, the only thing that really gave it away for Aga was Uncle's opening message saying magic cape and pass through barriers. If that's not a subliminal hit, I don't know what is.
That is an extreme... I did not even read that at the beginning, man, and then they start with lamp and sword, and wow. Yeah, opening clairvoyance there from Uncle. I love their starting pack so far, though, man. I mean, you got hammer, sword, and lamp. If they get a bow really quick, that's quick Eastern. Knowing the way version 29 works, though, it's probably going to be a pendant. So we'll see how well that works out.
Edgeworth making really nice time going through the sewers here. He's looking at a possible, even with checking, might get a sub 6 out of this. See the red boomerang here in escape.
Yeah, usually about a sub 6 is fantastic for rando escape, and with this, even if he gets out of there around 610, it's still going to be a really good time for that. And yeah, this matchup is a 3-2 matchup, so all the marbles are here for staying alive and going into bracket. They need to win the next 2 out in order to be able to make brackets, at least.
Yeah, with what's been going on, I think we're looking at about 2 or maybe 3 people with a 4-3 record after 7 rounds will sneak into the top 128 bracket.
Yeah, with current developments and things like that, that is the case, and it just depends on what their other matchups were and who they lost to. Probably the people that went early 3-1 and things of that nature probably have a better chance of getting in. A lot of people who lost most of their rounds first and then won later probably won't have that chance. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see how it turns out.
So real quick, in the 3 escape chests, we didn't see anything too valuable. We saw some rupees, but there was no map, so we know the map is in the sank chest. Let's see if these 2 runners have been counting their items correctly, and we'll skip that sank chest.
And Edgeworth's going to be the first one to show us. And as you see, and he forgot. And if AU remember, or AU, I don't know how you want to say it.
Vin, just call him Vin.
Yeah, if Vin remembers, he might actually make up a few more seconds here, which, as you can see, he's already made up quite a bit of that time. It's not hard to catch up, especially with escape. So, does he remember? He doesn't.
I'm a little upset.
I don't blame them. You're thinking of so many things coming out of that escape. What items do I have? Where do I need to go? What's open? And do I have to do Aga? Stuff like that. And it's like, I'm just going to check it anyway. I don't remember if I got the map or not. And it takes probably more time to check your inventory than it does to just go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Ooh, nice little big 20s from the tree pull there. So we're going to see they have all the money they need for Kakariko now. And there's another 20 there, but that one's not worth getting. We see a slight divergence here. Vin is going to go check what's in the lumberjack as the ice cream man passes outside. Oh no, not the cape.
Uncle Clairvoyance, the cape. Bush Crab's got 20 rupees as well. That's nice, getting 300 rupees on here. I wonder, Mirror on ledge? Mirror on lumberjack cave? Nope.
That was like either 10 arrows or an upgrade of some sort. So
yeah, it looked like 10
I can never
arrows.
report for that, but we have what we need to kill Aga at this exact moment.
Yeah, Aga is available right now. They can actually clear Aga and get to Dark World now. As far as being able to do anything, they can check the pyramid ledge. That's about it. They can't do much else. But that Dark World access, as far as getting there, is already in the palm of their hands through Aga.
And there's your second safety item, the Cane of Burna.
But interestingly, I mean, other than the Moon Pearl, they are only 1 item away from Dark World access without Aga. So if they find a glove upgrade, they're going to be fine.
Well, it's still need the Moon Pearl, yeah. But yeah, Moon Pearl and either a glove upgrade or any of the first glove upgrade. Yeah,
so I mean, it's mainly the Moon Pearl that I think is going to be their main find that they want. They want to find the Moon Pearl, and they're like, okay, well, we have Aga, we can do Aga. Just a matter of, do I want to check all the Light World, or do I want to take an early Aga bid and maybe get ahead? Gonna get an early stun prize check here. It's hearts. That could be useful.
Yeah, always nice to have that knowledge in reserve. The 100 rupees for the bug catching net from the bottle vendor. Little backwards scenarios going on here, because usually you have to get the bottle to get the bug net.
Yeah, here lately the sick kid's been giving me a bottle. So a bottle for a bottle, it's kind of like that's such a pointless fetch quest. And both runners having to buy bombs here. A lot of money, so recouping a lot of those losses.
Yeah, they've had to spend 150 so far at least, and probably a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, Vin's got the money advantage right now from the bush crab, because the bush crab and the tree pull both had 20 rupees. Going for the chicken glitch, doing it perfectly. I love this glitch. And Now you see them, now you don't.
Yeah, last week I went for that and I saw flux. So don't always go for that, boys and girls.
It's a tough lesson to learn. My second ever restreamed daily that I did, I got locked and I was like, what is this? I've never had it happen before. It was so confusing.
See the mushroom in the Blind's hut, but other than that, you know what? This Kakariko wasn't the like the slam dunk that it usually is, and most of the time we got the Cane of Burna and a mushroom. Now that mushroom could lead to something, but at the moment, I also got the bug net. I mean, you do need to kill Aga somehow.
Yeah, I mean it's a safety item. So I mean, it's once they get a bottle, they can safety up with some fairies and stuff like that if they don't get a lot of health. But even then, it was mainly money. I've in not much else. Even a few upgrades here and there, but really just nothing of value. It's kind of unfortunate. Let's see what else they got. That most of their items they got sent them to Aga early from Escape. So if they end up having to, I'll be interested. You know, the Moon Pearl being the first item that you're kind of just waiting for because Light World is only so many locations. You know, you run out of locations after a while. Edgeworth's going to be going straight into the race game, banking on it having something. That's a whole lot of explosives. That's about it. But as far as the Moon Pearl goes, there's two locations that people, when they don't find it, they figure out that it can be. On Pyramid after killing Aga. Or in the Checkerboard Cave is a location that I love it to be because once you get both glove upgrades and the flute, that's a location that most people, and the mirror as well, can't forget the mirror, most people don't think it could be there. There's just a lot of items that it has to go with in order to get to that location. I'll be interested to see if that pops up as an option here, but it's looking more and more like the Moon Pearl might escape them until Pyramid. So, or at least be one of the last checks. Could be hiding away in Eastern Palace.
Yeah, we saw in the library just 300 rupees. So unless we need that money for Zora, we're not coming back for that. And ayooitzvin gonna go see the bombs on Escape. He's done here. Edgeworth's gonna go. He's starting down here at the dam. We're gonna find just arrow upgrades. So not gonna get that.
And Edgeworth's going straight over to Mini Maldorm Cave. I know a lot of people have been doing a new routing choice here lately about going over to Agahnim's Cave after doing the dam and then saving and quitting, back to Link's house and coming back to Mini Maldorm Cave to get those kind of one-of locations out of the way, like Ice Rod Cave. I personally do like that option because as far as the logic goes in these earlier locations, Agahnim's Cave and Ice Rod Cave actually both have a 17% chance of having a progression item. One of the highest percentage locations in the game.
How about a fire rod and a book and some blue books and
new Hype Cave, Mini Maldorm Cave.
Mini Maldorm Cave has been delivering the hype in version 29. I will say I see a lot of things there.
Yeah, that early Fire Rod Cave is really nice. If I say Fire Rod Cave, excuse me, the early Fire Rod's really nice because once they get the Dark World access and they get over to the Village of Outcasts, they can make that trek up towards Skull Woods and complete Skull Woods now. That's always good early because it's 2 items. It's really quick. A lot of people are still used to the older versions that had a lot of value in Skull Woods early. And if it's a crystal, that could be your first crystal really, really fast. We did get a map check, it looks like, and I missed. Okay, it looks like 2 pendants. One was green in Eastern Palace, and one of the 5/6 crystals in Tower of Hera.
Ooh, the bow in the Ice Rod Cave.
Told you, 17% chance, man. Those are huge chances in a randomizer. That's a big find. I hope that Vin gets over there and checks that Ice Rod Cave and doesn't alienate that. A lot of people like to wait for the boots or wait for the.
There's your confirmation. Actually, it was 2 crystals in the Light World. Yes. 7 on Desert, 6 on Hera, I believe, and then the green pendant was in this vanilla location.
Flip that around. It was actually 6 on Desert. Desert was a 5/6 crystal. Tower of Hera was a regular crystal. And
okay, yes, that is right. I just saw it when Edgeworth checked again.
Yeah, so we've got 2 2 pendants, red and blue, in the Dark World. That leaves a higher chance that one of the Misery Mire or Turtle Rock are going to be a pendant, which is going to minimize the need for the cane or one of our actual flute. Wow. Okay, but still no Dark World access other than Aga.
I gotta say, I've seen the flute in that exact chest a lot in my races lately.
So you're saying that Sahashal is starting a band?
Yeah.
I don't blame him. I call it the song of my people. I like to run around playing that all the time. So Vin getting his bow, and that's great. He's going to be making the same play, going back to Link's house. Pretty much trailing behind Edgeworth right now. But, I mean, Eastern Palace is fully completable by logic, and it's a green pendant, so they're going to be able to come right back out and get Sashbarilla's item, so...
Yeah, Sahashal having a Moon Pearl would be something that I would kind of expect at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Moon Pearl either in Eastern or Sahashal having something just more like the cane or something like that, or Hookshot even. Something that kind of gives you more progression, but not really anything that solves your Dark World problem.
What else is left other than Eastern and turning the green pendant within the logic and
Desert Palace?
Yes, we have the book. So Desert Palace. Although if a key is on the torch, you can't get too far in there.
They can if the big key is on the torch, then they can't get too far. Their boots locked. But if it's small key on the torch and the big key's in that middle room, they can at least go all the way to the back and clear Desert Palace. So they might have the ability to actually get their first crystal pretty quickly. At this point, do you bank on that? Do you go check that after Eastern Palace and kind of getting that out of the way? Technically, you shouldn't have access to Zora right now. You could sequence break and do the fake flippers. You can't get the waterfall fairy though, so really no reason to go that way until you find Moon Pearl.
Yeah, also, that flute gives them access to Death Mountain and gets them access logically only to 2 spots, though. The Old Man and Inside Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, that's it. Until they get Mirror or they get Hookshot, they're not going to really be able to have it. They're not going to be able to get anywhere other than those 2 locations. They can see one. They can see a 3rd location, but that's it. I don't foresee much coming out of Eastern Palace right now. So 50-50 chances is going to be the mapper or the last item. And I wonder if they decide to go ahead and full clear. I would, if I was in their position.
100% at this point, I would just full clear the dungeon, only because it is the green pendant, so...
And you're right here. You're right next to Sahashal. Why not go ahead and do it and get it out of the way? It's not like you're wasting that much time, even if it is nothing. You've checked a spot that typically can troll a lot of people.
Both our runners basically been having the same exact routing. The only difference is that Vin is doing a little bit more farming for rupees, bombs, or whatever.
And Vin has a little bit more knowledge than Edgeworth. Vin checked the Lumberjack Cave, and Edgeworth has not.
Ooh,
the Mirror.
That gives you access to all of East Death Mountain.
Yes, it does. That is huge. So just on the amount of items they're going to be getting from this alone, I feel like Aga's going to be avoidable. I feel like they're going to get a glove upgrade and possibly the Moon Pearl over there. They have full Hera access. They're not going to be locked out of Hera. They have fire. I mean, they're getting everything they need so far. Let's see if the seed is going to be stingy or not. I like the fact they've already got a safety. They still need to check Sick Kid as well. So Sick Kid is still on the table. If they find a glove that gives them Dark World access without the Moon Pearl, they can go check Zora. They might find flippers. They might find flippers and end up having like all these Light World locations out of the way and have to come back and get Aga at the last possible check to get the Moon Pearl on the pyramid. Moon Pearl on Pyramid's one of those things that people get hyped up about quite often because it's just kind of rare. It's one of those things that it's a last second location you can check.
I'm still waiting for Moon Pearl on pedestal.
Man, that is killed so early though, just by a map check.
Yeah, but every time I've checked the map and saw the vanilla pendants in the light world, I get that little tingling feeling that I'm gonna stop right there. It is a fantasy. Edgeworth with a very nice kill here on Armos against the map and gonna get that green pendant.
Yeah, did a very good kill on that. Not the fastest kill, but definitely avoiding any super extra frames, because that red guy can get away from you kind of easily if he hits you one time. But I mean, it is the first boss battle in the game, so it's not like they made that super hard. All right, so he's gonna go check the green penny. He's gonna see what good old Sarsaparilla has for us. I'm banking on some love. He's gonna have a piece of heart.
20 rupees. I was closer.
I don't know. Yeah, you were. I'll give you that.
All right,
you said rupees. It was rupees. So.
Well, the obvious play here now is to go back to Kakariko. We're going to activate that flute, and then we're also going to turn in the bottle. Both things we found after we left Kakariko already. And we're going to see where we go from here. My guess is Death Mountain before going to the desert, just because if desert is in fact boots locked, we don't want to make that a double dip.
Yeah, Death Mountain's you're gonna be able to clear out another crystal, or an actual crystal, without a doubt, going up to Death Mountain. More locations. You want to try and keep it as density oriented as possible, because the further you get away from density, the less likely you're going to find an item. If you just start gambling on one of locations, it's going to be a lot harder for you to find things. Now, it's paid off before, but you got to keep that in mind.
So Vin takes care of his Armos fight, gets his green pendant, we're going to turn it in. And I say he'll get 5 rupees out of this.
Yeah, I'm banking on a piece of heart again. Maybe he changed out in the meantime. Now, a big difference here is Vin has 514 rupees, so he's got Zora money. Good old Terrace kid. Yeah, holding out on some bombs.
Planning something devious with those bombs, huh? At least Edgeworth was able to stop to thwart the plans here.
Thwart those plans. Checking the mushroom as well. I completely forgot they got the mushroom.
I probably would have held on to that and checked Magic Bat with that first while you're over there, because we can.
Once you have the cane, you need the cane in order to do that. But
right, yeah.
20 rupees. Yeah. See, I kind of would have waited too. I agree with that, because if you get the cane, you can check the Magic Bat without having to worry about powder, and you can. I don't know. It's a one-of location that's not hard to get to with the flute. All right, so let's see what old man has. Arrow upgrade.
Now you're pushing it.
Now I'm pushing it. Oh man, can't guess them all, huh?
Quake.
I get your logic. It's Quake because he had to use Quack to get up there to get back, right?
I was not even thinking that. You're
okay.
You're stretching it again.
I'm trying. I'm trying. All right, so old man's gonna pretty much give us a
There's your piece of heart.
Listen, now that's not the way this is supposed to work. So let's see if Vin actually goes and drops off the mushroom like Edgeworth did, or if he goes directly to Death Mountain. Let's see if he keeps in mind what he can do with that mushroom. Nope, he's going to the mushroom. So they're following almost the exact line here. Vin is following right behind Edgeworth. Let's see what is up on top of Spectacle Rock, and on the inside, possibly some more progression, but I feel like it's going to be in Hera here. They can also check the Ether Tablet while they're up here and get more knowledge, which is going to be great.
Quite a vanilla piece of heart on top of Spectacle Rock. And inside we find the 20 rupees.
Nothing at all on Death Mountain so far, but they still have full East Death Mountain to check. Bound to have, they're going to have some sort of progression there. I love that.
We found another mushroom. Wait, so if you're Edgeworth, could you turn yourself into the power thing?
Do you maybe you become maybe you can fake mushroom by going to the dark world, fake powder by doing the dark world?
All right, let's see. This is like checking a pedestal. We get to read the text here, but it's just couch mash. Move right on.
Couch mash?
I'm gonna move some mesh.
Yeah, that was absolutely nothing. So we're banking on Hera or East Death Mountain having the play right now. I feel like Hera's going to have maybe something pointing you somewhere else, and maybe giving you another couple of maybe like flippers, giving you a couple more locations to check. But this isn't Aga Seed. I feel like they're going to have to do Aga. If it hasn't given them the access yet, I don't feel like it's going to give it to them. It's going to be stingy, giving them all the Dark World they need, except for the gloves to get actually into the Dark World. They're going to have to go through Aga to get there.
Yeah, I had to go through that with my last tournament race, where basically they handed out everything early game, and until I realized, oh wait, I have no glove, and I had to go to all the way to Village of Outcasts to get the book, just to get into Desert to get the gloves into vanilla location.
Yeah, each of the tablets, in order to check them, you only need the book. You don't need a sword at all to check them, but to actually break the tablet and get the item on it, you need Master Sword or better. Now, for Aga access, you either need the Master Sword or the Cape in order to get through the actual gateway, like little fire bat thing. But you need at least one sword in order to swipe the curtains towards the end. So 50-50 chance that Moldorm has an item or they're going to have to do a coffee break. So let's see what we've got going on here. Probably going to go with Hammer Strats. 3 and 2 level, most people know how to do Hammer Strats on Moldorm. Just takes a little bit of a aim and dodge to get around Troldorm. So
I know how to, I just choose not to.
I hate it. You already have to do this in NMG runs. I don't like doing Hammer Moldorm because I fall every single time.
Well, NMG you have to use a sword on the hammer at this point yet.
Exactly. NMG you have to use a sword anyway, so you're already.
Yes, I'm used to that. So.
Yeah, like I've done Master Sword % runs, and you have to do it. So, but he's doing a fantastic job with the hammer. He's got that set up pretty nice. Good dodges, 3 quick hits. Wow, very good on Edgeworth's end, clearing out Moldorm. Let's see if coffee break's coming.
Ooh, the ice rod.
TR's got to be a pendant, man. Knowing version 29 as well as I do right now, TR's a pendant. Isn't that the case, though? Am I lying? Like, literally, you get fire and ice rod so early, they're going to find a cane in East Death Mountain.
Edgeworth, you have both the items in here. Where are you going with that?
Oh, no. Don't do it.
I think, wait. No.
Does he?
No, he's right.
He is right. Okay.
The compass was in his vanilla. The compass was in the his vanilla location.
Oh, okay. So I was wrong when I said that earlier. So yeah, nope on my end.
And look at that, using the ice rod outside of the Trinex fight. Very impressive.
Oh, Vin. Yeah, so Vin was going to go for the little bit of a time save. The problem with this time save is if you miss it, you've lost more time. If you feel comfortable doing it, it's a great time save because you don't have to walk up, fall down to grab the chest, and come back around again. You can do it all in one fell swoop. But unfortunately, at this point, if he tries for it again and falls again, that's a huge time loss. It's more than you need. So let's see if he goes for it again or if he just goes straight up and falls down like normal. Oh!
French vanilla moon pearl, you say?
That is definitely an item. That's value in Hera. I like it.
We still don't have Dark World access though because we still need a glove.
Well, we have full Dark World access through Aga at this point.
I do not want to do that.
You know, I mean, that could make or break a time save here. Even though you want to check the East Death Mountain ends, if you don't find anything here, or let's say you find flippers, let's say you find something that gets you a few more location checks, or you can fake flipper. Do you take the chance on a fake flipper to not have to do Aga?
Yes.
Or do you just, of course you do. I mean, it's one of those things where the seed's been so stingy for so long, and Hera has so much value. Do East Death Mountain if you don't get your Dark World access with a glove. I say do Aga. I say do it. Just knock it out of the way.
I am fake flippering all day.
But Both runners are 3-2. This is a 3-2 matchup to definitively stay alive. Otherwise, the loser goes 3-3 and has to fight for a possible 4-3 spot. Just depends.
They have the possibility of beating us next round.
Yep, pretty much. Both New York Rambler and I are both 3-3, so no telling who's gonna face who.
Been also not skipping Hera Basement, which is a play you see a lot of players make. They'll skip Hera Basement, and we find a Master Sword. So now we don't even need that cape. Uncle was a lie.
I am telling you, this seed is screaming at you right now to go do Aga. But 5 more chests. We get another couple checks here. If no glove, possible flippers. Where are we going from here?
Glove.
Oh,
Rip
glove.
Aga.
Rip Aga. Aga Dream is gone.
Meanwhile, over on Vin's side, he's using a trick that I like to abuse in the Ganon fight, actually. The trick where if you have cape on and you're pulling on a wall, the magic bar doesn't go down.
Yep, that's used often in Ganon Tower. You can actually do that in the tile room over there, and a lot of people will abuse that trick. I love it. It is one of the, in my opinion, one of the coolest little glitches you can do in these runs.
Yeah, I generally do that in phase 3 of Ganon, like between phases 2 and 3 in Ganon. When the fire bat's coming at you, I just like, nope, I'm good. Yeah, it's a very good time to do it as well, especially if you have it. It's one of my favorite little tricks, I gotta admit. So, nope, I don't think he got it. Got that rocked.
But he just wanted to see what the item was anyway, so.
Yeah.
Alright. He is going to be doing the hype cave check.
Yep, got those gloves. Now we have a full Dark World access.
Very smart move. And probably going to be trying to wait for the boots until you go to Desert Palace. You have access to at least the whole area, but they can go over there once they find the Titan's Mitts as well, do the Mire checks, and also get the access through Desert Palace through the back end instead of having to do the book cutscene. So, what is our Hype Cave index of today?
Lately, it's been total nonsensical garbage, and it looks like it's continuing. Oh, there are my Titan's Mitts.
That immediately goes to 7. Yeah, I think that's about a 7 out of 10.
That's pretty high.
That's huge. And now they can get to Mire area, and they can do their Mire checks, as well as get in through the back way on Desert Palace, skipping.
Hey, look, Twitter rocks a pendant.
Huh.
And guess what? So is Thieves Town, because Thieves Town's always a pendant.
And you never skip pendant Thieves Town. Never. Don't do it.
And the other 5-6 crystals actually at Swamp.
So flippers are definitely required, and we are going to be looking for that hook shot. Yep, almost positive here that we're going to be seeing a Mire check soon. At least getting an idea of what the pendants are, or not the pendants, excuse me, the medallions are for Mire. You got a 1 in 3 shot on either one. They're independent of each other.
Ooh. He's on the half a heart. He's got to be careful here. But I'm going to go over to Pyramid check, then probably going to do Catfish and probably Zora as well.
I like this routing. Routing. Holding off on Zora, even though you could get there pretty quickly. Going into Dark World, doing your Hype Cave. Going and checking these really awkward locations.
See, half magic on the side of the pyramid. We are definitely grabbing that.
Oh yeah, I think that's one of the few items that's not needed, but if you find it even in a spot that, like, for instance, good use of the cape, I love it. But when you find half magic in one of those locations that you have to go kind of out of your way for, like, for instance, the Spectacle Rock Cave, you're gonna drop down and grab it. It's not required, but it's like that's a quality of life item.
Yeah, half magic, silver arrows, those, and mail upgrades if you're a noob like us.
Yeah, I'd go for blue. I'd go for blue. If I had blue already, I'd probably skip it. I've been known to grab hearts too. Oh man, I've been known to grab some heart upgrades too, just because.
No shame.
Yep.
No shame grabbing a piece of heart here or there.
Man, they're at 7
race game, or maybe I'll start questioning. But
yeah, when you're at 7 hearts, green mail, and Dark World, Yeah, the vanilla game kind of has you at like 8, I think, at this point.
NMG has you at 7 if you're playing 100% or playing casually at like 9.
Yeah, so I mean, they're kind of in that area that they would be at anyway. But some of these other checks that they make, those guys hurt. The developers of this game had no shame in making sure that you could die on the way to pod. They were not afraid of doing that.
Edgeworth is going into pod. We can full clear this dungeon with everything that we have, so it's definitely a good worthwhile check.
Without a doubt. The seed's sending you there. If you can full clear it, get your crystals. The earlier you can do your crystals, the better. And really, assuming why did you do? Oh, I guess for the life. Okay.
Yeah, when you're low on hearts, might as well Death Warp just to refill your hearts. And you had the mirror already, so didn't need to. But to refill your hearts, I understand it.
I get it too. And no powder, no fake powder to go off of. But yeah, Vin is still following in Edgeworth's footsteps. Does he go north to check Catfish and Zora area? He has the full amount of money to do so. I don't know if Edgeworth did or not at the time. I think he did.
Edgeworth did, yes. He just spent 110 on Kiki and he still had 587. But yes, Vin following footsteps has been following footsteps literally the entire race.
Yeah, I mean it's seeing double at this point.
We're waiting for the route divergence. We are 36 minutes in. It hasn't happened.
There's only been one instance, and that's because Vin knows there's nothing on Lumberjack Cave. That might come into play later if Edgeworth comes out of, let's say, he goes into Skull Woods, comes out of Skull Woods, checks the Bumper Cave, and then goes north and checks the Lumberjack Cave then. A lot of people do that. So, but really, there's been zero divergence, zero of any kind of like, hey, look, we get new information.
Yeah, like I said, literally just that one check, and the fact that Vin has been farming a little bit more, killing a few more enemies here and there. That's the difference.
That's a huge difference, actually. He's been trailing from Escape because of just the not getting the bomb as early and just killing more enemies. So let's. Do you think Pod's going to hold anything for us? Do you think there's going to be anything worthwhile here?
I mean, the odds would dictate that it probably does, and I'm going to go and say I think the hookshot will be in here.
Very interesting prediction. I mean, at this point, we're needing really almost a full tracker. We need hookshot, possible boots. Boots is the only thing that's up in the air. We're going to need at least one medallion at this point.
We'll need flippers.
Yeah, gotta have flippers. Gotta have cane.
Need that cane of Samaria.
Yeah, so there's a lot that's out there still needed, and there's a lot of items in Pod. All
right, so here we have our first round of verdicts, but it's in the same dungeon. Vin is going to do the traditional route. Edgeworth's doing the route that I've been doing lately, which is kill Helmstar first and come back later.
It's an interesting route choice.
I like this route more when I don't have Mirror, but we have the Mirror already, so this one is a little iffy, but I mean, it's fine.
I think on this low of health and everything like that, where damage is easier to come by, even though you always get 1 heart of damage on the fire from the Dodongos, Death Warping at 7 hearts is not hard. So it's kind of I don't know, Mira's at this point, but we're going to see a full clear no matter what. So now Vin is going to be going the bow route as well. Let's see if he goes down and takes a left instead of going north. Let's see if he diverts that. It'll be interesting if he decides to go the same route again.
Yeah. The difference is that Vin has checked 3 more chests and got 100 rupees and more keys for his rolls.
Yeah, I mean, if Zora was still a thing, I mean, it is, but if Zora was not already pretty much paid for with as much money as they have, I'd be like, yay, 100 rupees. But yeah, you're going to be getting quite a bit of rupees from here anyway once you check this back chest too. So, like, rupees is not a problem anymore. But other than that, like, so far what we've seen, there's nothing in Pod. Pod's coming up a empty shell.
Yeah, there's still, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chests out back, and I believe 5 of them have items. 4, we have 4 items we need.
There's 8 chests.
Oh, Helmasar's a chest.
Well, I mean, you've got 2 in the dark maze, then the big chest. That's 3. You've got the 1 in the little turtle room. That's 4. You got 1 in the harmless hellway. That's 5. 7. You're right. I don't know why I counted an extra 1. What was I counting extra?
I don't know. Maybe Helmasar. Lieutenant Map. Vin is in fact going to do the quote-unquote traditional route through pod and get all these chests first. So, hey, he's taking the lead. Kinda, not really.
You know, if he'd have done the hammer jump there, that would have been a pretty good time save. But that's still something that a lot of people at this level, and even Vin being 3 months in, probably doesn't know.
I've only done the hammer jump once outside of Key Sanity in a randomizer. And that was only because we didn't have the lamp, and I didn't want to do the dark maze from the other way.
I've done it once by mistake. I literally was trying it, and I got it, and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do that again. I haven't fully learned it yet. I don't know the placements as well as I should. So yeah, it's still one of those things that's like in a normal run, you don't need to know it. It's not 100% a huge.
Well, in NMG, it's pretty huge.
NMG it is. Randomizer, it's like, yeah, it can help, but NMG is still like, it's that planned route, so you skip over things you don't need. But you're going to check these chests anyway, and unless you're go moding this dungeon, you know, and even then you're skipping back here anyway, so like doing rando routing, you're probably not going to use it as much.
We have 2 items up to see here in pod on Vin's side. Vin's going to get to them first.
But he still has to kill Helma too, so.
Yeah, and so far, yeah, pod's been coming up very dry. We have our last chest here, the big chest. It has an item in it. And, wow, pod had literally nothing.
Absolutely 0 progression from pod, but it is another crystal in their pocket, so they don't have to worry about coming back here. Eastern Palace is already cleared, but it was only the green pendant. From here, I would go Mire. I would be going Mire.
Here's why I would not go like Mire right away. I'd go to Mire area, check it out, maybe do desert, but I wouldn't do Mire until I found either a sword upgrade or silver arrows, or even a can of Samaria, because we can't kill the boss without the can of Samaria.
Well, yeah, I would go to the Mire area. Well, you can't even get in right now because you need either the boots or the
true.
Yeah, or the hook shot. But I would check that Mire area, go check and see if I'm boots locked out of desert. Interesting choice. Okay, jump down first.
Wanted to check the ledge item. I'll blame that.
Yeah, interesting to jump down first and check it. I've seen that happen a few times. I guess without boots, it's probably a little bit quicker to go and do that. Because he hit the flute early and got picked up pretty much almost immediately after checking the item. So, but yeah, this is because you can check 3 items here, check another at least 1 item, and get knowledge on desert. And we saw what the medallion was. I missed the actual check.
It was
Quake. So, good old Quack. So let's see. I was going to say, version 29 likes to do this too. You find out what the entrance is to Mire or Turtle Rock, and it puts that entrance item right next to it. So boots first item in desert?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's such a small chance.
We're going to see if we need the boots in the first place first. And we do not.
No, we are not boots locked. So we're going to be able to clear out all of desert, get our first 5-6 crystal, and start moving in that direction at least to getting the Fat Fairy, which may not even be required this time around. But very valuable. We'll see the checkerboard cave after this. Probably after he kills Landmo, go over, do his portal back, and go back over to Checkerboard Cave. Then getting his soon-to-be kill on Helmasaur. Helmasaur playing nice, standing still. It needs 1 more shot to the face. Boom.
Edgeworth, skipping on the big chest for now. I'm going to gamble that Landmill has the item and not the big chest. There's 1 item left.
What was in that front chest?
It
nothing.
was 20 rupees.
Yeah. Big 20, nothing of consequence. Desert just probably going to be another crystal in their pocket again. But hopefully they find progression soon, because the only other place I can think, well, Skull Woods and Thieves Town, they can still get over to that area now without having to worry about much. And they also have Dark Death Mountain, so they can do that as well. And that is really, they've got a lot of locations available to them. It's just a matter of who chooses what routing. Do you see what I see?
Route divergence!
We have divergence.
Wow! Different things are happening.
We have different visuals. On the left, we have Landmolus, and on the right, we have Skull Woods. All right, folks, time to go cross-eyed.
Took 45 minutes to have our first route divergence.
It's not all too uncommon in Standard, though, especially if the seed's been kind of linear like this one's been. It's been telling you to go right where they've been going. And Edgeworth misses a couple of those fire rod shots, getting about a 3 cycle here.
Yeah, having a half magic's really nice to not run out if you miss a few shots here or there.
Getting that last hit in the face to Landmo.
You have to go back for that big chest.
All in all, not a time waste at all. He'd have had done it that way anyway. He would have had to probably check the big chest, and I mean, in this instance, literally, he was gonna have to kill Landmo anyway. So why not go do it and then possibly save time without the item being in there? So let's see if Desert has anything. So far, I don't think there was anything of consequence in Skull Woods from what I'm seeing. I think that first one was just either it wasn't a key. I know that much. Either it was a garbage item or it was a blue mail. That's kind of nice.
Oh yeah, definitely nice to have that deep, especially when you go into a Landmola fight. Moldworm. Mothula. Boss names are hard.
Yes. I was like, keep trying. You'll get there sooner or later.
I have a 1 in 10 chance. I'll get it sometime.
Let's say you have about 7 more tries.
This is a boss Randomizer. We're gonna find Vitrius in the Mothula room.
Yep. And
don't do that, guys. Do not do that.
Try next where Aga is.
You must have found the second item first. I missed it because he's going straight for the boss here.
You know, a lot of people have elected to start from the back and go forward. I'm surprised he didn't do that.
I thought we were gonna get a pet check first. He might. I mean, it definitely makes sense to check the pet here, but he's gonna do it after. It looks like.
I would do it after as well. Go ahead and clear out Moldor. God, you got me doing it.
You do it too.
Oh man, Mothula. Check Mothula and see. You're gonna have to kill him anyway, so go ahead and knock that out of the way.
Steamed hams, but it's Mothula.
Yes. Steamed Butterfrees. For all you Pokemon fans out there, yep. But what is the pet index? Let's take a look at this real quick.
All right,
so
Hookshot is definitely on the pet index.
Yes, Hookshot is. Not the cane. Boots could be there. Not
Quake if it's not Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Any of the medallions, if Turtle Rock's not one of those, could be up there.
Well, Quake's the most necessary.
That's true. That's true. Flippers can be.
Yes, Flippers can be on there.
So Flippers can be there. So right now it's pretty much Quake, Flippers.
Couch Cash could be on there.
Oh yeah. Don't forget the arrow upgrade, as well as bomb upgrades. Triple bombs could be there. All important items.
I want to see what it says if the 10 bomb is there.
The single arrow, the most important item in the game.
Head required. Vin doing the fire rod kill on Mothula gets done. Very nice.
Very well done. The boots on Moth!
Wow!
What is that? That's
that is
great.
a very that's a way for Vin to take a slight advantage here.
Silly Moth, you don't have feet. That's great. I like that. We're gonna get our pet check. Let's see. So far, our pet index has gone down by 1.
I mean, the boots weren't required except for that very rare scenario. But yeah, all right, we have a sword upgrade. How vanilla?
Delightfully vanilla.
So
Well-
we're not gonna get butter sword this seed.
No butter sword, because I highly doubt they take any amount of time on that. Edgeworth's going to check the pedestal before killing. Sees the sword upgrade, says, nah, I'm good. Vin is going to be heading towards the Mire area, basically doing the exact opposite of what Edgeworth just did, where Edgeworth is now going through Skull Woods, which Vin just did. So, thank you, Divergence.
Well, the difference is that now Finn has the boots, so that's gonna make up a little bit of time for him.
It is. It is. I'm surprised. Well, Edgeworth from here is probably going to go out and check the Bumper Cave, see what's there. Which honestly, I've seen that be a critical item, especially with the cape being given early. So we could see something pretty major there. Flippers, anything could be there. As a matter of fact.
For the record, chat wants the runners to beat Turtle Rock just for the butter sword.
I mean,
I
you
mean,
know,
I'm not gonna deny Twitch chat.
I will. I'll be the red herring here. I don't mind. Yeah, no. Even though at this point Turtle Rock's gonna have something in it, I bet you it does.
That hook shot is gonna be looming in there somewhere.
Oh, it's gonna be Quake. It's gonna be Quake. You're gonna end up finding like Bombos or Ether right next to it, and like maybe the first chest of the hookshot cave, because you can bonk over to it. Have to come back, go into Turtle Rock, grab the Quake medallion to go back to Mire. It's bound to happen.
So here's the interesting thing now. We can, with the items we have, we can no longer clear any more crystal levels. We can clear Thieves Town, but that's a pendant. We don't want to do that. There's a time to start doing the overworld checks. There's a lot of overworld checks for us to do.
By logic, they can't clear any more dungeons. They can sequence break Ice Palace.
That is true.
So that's they're gonna have to do a pendant dungeon. Thieves Town's gonna have something, or I mean another option. And please forgive me, runners, for when you actually watch this VOD. Thieves Town could be nothing, and they could have to go all the way back through and do a lot of these extra checks, like the Jeremiah the Frog sequence, all that kind of stuff. Very possible.
Yeah, I think we're going to do the entire overworld and see what the overworld gives us before we make a decision on where to go next.
At this point,
or you just dive pendant Thieves Town like you usually do anyway.
Yeah, you check at least the first 4 chests, because the chances of there being no items in the front is just so low. You're going to have at least 1 to 2 items in most instances. The only thing that's guaranteed to be in the front 4 is the big key. That's it. So Vin's doing his desert kill right now, going through, and Edgeworth's going to be going through Thieves Town, finding out at least the front 4, maybe doing a full clear. With having the hammer, you can find out what's in the big chest. You don't have to worry about that having a critical item and having to come back. So let's see where he goes from here.
There's 2 items, and the last chest has the big key for sure.
And no matter what, even if you don't decide to stay, you still grab it.
Yeah,
you still grab it. Yeah, because you don't want to have to go all the way back to that vanilla key spot and then come back around. So checking the first 4, nothing of consequence there. Just setting himself up to be able to come back if he has to, understanding that it's a possibility. So very good preparation there. Vin misses his key dash. You have about I think it's what 4 pixels. It's
it's an easy setup in most places, because if you're right next to a wall or a barrier, it'll work. So if you hug the bottom wall, you'll get it every time.
Yeah. So, but there's this method called key dash that you can actually dash straight through a door and it opens the door and everything like that. Easy to miss, sometimes easy to get if you're along the wall. It's just a nice little time save sometimes.
Yeah, I generally the only time I don't go for it is in Thieves Town because it's a little tough to set up.
Yeah. But that one dash in Thieves Town does feel so good though. Whenever you get that perfect pixel in that in that hallway, it's so nice. It feels so good. I will say this though, with knowing that the pedestal is a sword upgrade, that does increase the chances of a Master Sword Ganon.
It also increases the chances of maybe diving those pendant dungeons because you could think of it like this. Alright, I know the pedestal doesn't have anything, but it's something that's useful, and it might encourage one to gamble those pendant dungeons, saying, you know what, there's still something decent at the end of the rainbow. You get a sword upgrade.
Yeah, you can kind of plan for that, and it's not really a time save though is the problem. You're actually wasting more time because the amount of time you're going to save just from doing Master Sword Ganon, it's a matter of comfortability. I think if you have the sequence down and the method down on it, Silverless Ganon, it's just a matter of consistently doing it, that you just skip over that. Yeah, that both of our runners have actually turned in the shroom, but we don't have the cane of Samaria in order to be able to do the fake mushroom. So the fake mushroom is not fake powder is not something that they can do at this point.
There's the Quake. That's pretty required.
And I think it still fits with the same theory of being really close to the dungeon. That is literally right outside of the dungeon. Just you have to get there a different way.
It's a completely different world out there, though. One light, one dark. Get it?
Yeah. I mean, I completely get that, but I still think that even if it's in Checkerboard Cave, it's right next to Mire, even though it's a different world.
All right.
So where is Edgeworth going now?
I think the Bombos tablet.
Oh no, he is going. Okay, you're right. Bombos tablet. I was wondering. I was wondering if he was going to go the south route and check. He skipped over Stumpy.
Ooh, silver arrows. Those you're definitely going to want to get.
Yeah, that's another one of those items that's a quality of life item. And knowing that there's a sword on the pedestal, that's huge. Edgeworth may not get this.
Yeah, because that's one of those items, just like the Bombos tablet. It's one of those items that you don't usually check right away and is easily forgotten.
And to mention to chat, you do not need the hookshot to get through the bumper cave. That's why hookshot being on that ledge is a huge, troll spot. You can, just as you saw from Vin, kind of get on that edge and pick up that pot and then go through the bumper. You do need the cape, though. The cape is the only thing that's required.
Well, now that I have the silvers, I'm ready to fight Vitrius. We still need the Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, the Cane of Samaria is still needed, and we need to get Quake from the purple chest on Vin's side. So, Mire is now going to be a cakewalk, so no worries about Mire for Vin. Edgeworth would be really nice to be able to go up in there unless he finds the tempered sword like here. I don't know.
Ooh, the flippers!
That's big. So it's possible for Vanilla Swamp Palace now.
Oh man.
I mean, at this point, no pendant dungeons are really paying off. Eastern Palace didn't have anything, did it?
Eastern Palace had a mirror.
It did have the mirror, yes. So Eastern Palace had the mirror. So that's big, which you needed to get the flippers. So Eastern Palace was required. So fitting with version 29 logic, one pendant dungeon was needed.
Right now, all we need really to complete this game is a hookshot and cane.
Yeah, hookshot and cane. So we're two items away from no mode or go mode, and then actually on either side, go mode is 3 items for Vin, 2 for Edgeworth. So
yeah, the only thing Vin needs to get now that's required is Quake,
as well as Quake. So he needs 4. Excuse me.
There's your third sword, or should I say fourth sword, so we don't have to worry about Master Swords. Vin is now set for Ganon with Tempered Sword Silvers.
Yeah, he is set, and Edgeworth's about to get that as well. Edgeworth's about to get his third sword, so...
Or he's about to go to check Aga first, but then he's like, wait, let me do this first. That's going to pay off to get that Tempered Sword.
Yeah, so that's a, again, major quality of life upgrade. It's going to speed things up quite a bit. He's coming from Sanctuary, and so he's kind of limiting himself on being able to check that bumper cave ledge again. If he thinks about it and goes that way, he'll be fine. It's still isolated, so he's going to have to think about going back and checking Graveyard Ledge and kind of routing that in.
Yeah, so I'm checking Lumberjack Cave here, which we already know does not have anything useful. That's the 10 bomb capacity upgrade.
Totally important information. Aga required, y'all. We need bombs to kill Vitreous. Alright, so he's going back to the Village of Outcasts. He's probably going to go check that bump cave ledge. He's probably going to go ahead and route that in with the back end of Graveyard and check King's Tomb as well. Go ahead and get those 3 locations out of the way. But other than that, honestly, there's been 0 progression found. So it's either back of Thieves Town. Well, excuse me.
Quake.
Flippers were found. Quake was found. You don't go to Mire without Kane, unless it's like a last location. That's usually not a pleasant thing to do.
And you don't really want to go to Ice Palace without Hookshot. And you really don't want to go to Swamp House without Hookshot.
Yeah. So back at Thieves Town, I mean, like, honestly, they have quite a bit open. They can go to Dark Death Mountain and check the medallion for Turtle Rock, kind of get some more information. Because if you check the medallion for Turtle Rock and find that it's Quake, that's kind of pointing out to like, oh god, when I get Quake, when I get Kane, I might have to come back in here for Hookshot or something like that, and just be like, ugh. But if it's one of the other medallions, you kind of feel safer about not having to go in there. Get that first chest in Hookshot Cave, get Super Bunny Cave. Couple locations you can check. So, but Vin's going to be getting his checks out of the way as far as the Jeremiah sequence. We call him Jeremiah the Bullfrog because of an old song that people used to listen to back in the day. I don't ever remember how to, I don't know how to answer that when people ask me, why do you call him Jeremiah? Because I'm old, okay?
Well, the first one to come up with that was Vitasia, but yeah. It's a really obscure song from the 70s.
Yeah, and my response is usually, because I'm old, okay? Because good music is gone and it's dead now.
Sad but true.
So, things that we need. Kane, and we have our Quake to be able to get it into Mire. We need the Hookshot, and the Hookshot can be behind a fetch quest item such as Shovel or Powder. So, yeah. That's where we're at.
It's just Kane and Hookshot at this point. Pretty simple. I mean, I'm assuming Vin will eventually get Quake and Flippers going around this route because he is basically around the area, so he probably will.
Yeah, he's definitely getting it. He's going to check South the Grove, or otherwise known as Cave 45. He's already got the chest in tail. Now, if he has an unfortunate mishap of leaving the chest behind, that may stop him from getting the Quake medallion, which that would be probably the worst case scenario. I would hate to mistakenly leave that and be like, oh no, great, and then us knowing, ooh, Catfish check and Zora area, so there might be some progression over here. This or some fetch quest.
We haven't been over here yet. Neither of our runners has been to this area yet, so we're gonna get 5 checks here.
Yeah, and waiting till Flippers is a pretty good move, because he's going to be able to get the Zora ledge if it's something. He's going to be able to check this without having a sequence break and actually doing the fake flippers. So routing on Edgeworth's end has been pretty good. He's been keeping with it and making sure that his checks are all staying in the same areas, and he's not really having to isolate anything, which is huge.
finding 301 rupees in the waterfall cave. Now we're gonna go see those 301 rupees, put 199 more together, and get ripped off by Zora.
And one more full heart. We're at 11 in blue mail. I don't pick it up. You leave it.
Yeah, that's a little too far away from me.
Yeah, it's faster to save and quit. Now, I would probably go to Ice Palace after this. I think that would be my next play.
There's your scam right there.
Total tax return. That's exactly what it is. So I would be checking Ice Palace here shortly. Now, is Vin going to Swamp?
That would be a gamble, and I think that's where he's going. No, he's not.
He's going
to Ice.
Oh, he's doing. He's gonna mirror check the
big 20 that Edge just found.
Yeah. I was like, what is it called? I wanted to call it a ledge, but he's going to be getting that 20 rupees and checking Hobo and doing this slightly different in reverse of what Edgeworth just did, which has been the theme of this matchup so far.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've both been to all the same places now, so now we're back where we were about 15 minutes ago.
He's fluting. Where are you headed? Fill up some he is going to go to he's going into a dungeon.
Yeah.
He is headed into a dungeon.
I think it's Ice.
I think so. You don't just flute to go get potions without thinking I need protection. And Edgeworth is making the ice play as well. Just Vin is going to get fewer checks. So Vin is not checking Catfish or Zora, so he's not going to have to worry about that scam quite yet. But they're both going to Ice Palace right now. That is something crazy. Okay.
Now know, here's the thing with Ice Palace. You gotta route it in a really weird way to get to the right side without the hook shot. It's possible. If you know bomb jumps, it's easier. I mean, not the bomb jump, a bomb jump.
There is a sequence-based bomb jump in that room with all the jellies that you can do. It's not... I find it to be, like... It's easy if you hit it right. Just, like, perfectly, and you're like, wow, that felt great, I hit it. But when you start having trouble and you start falling, it becomes one of the most annoying, difficult bomb jumps. Even harder than the regular Ice Palace bomb jump. But if they get early keys... If they actually get an early key, they can actually come back around and route the dungeon completely different and not even have to worry about the hook shot being a thing. And the hook shot can be on Cold Stare, but they do not have the Cane of Samaria yet. So if the Cane of Samaria is here, then Cold Stare could have hook shot because it actually allows it by logic. Ice Palace is the weirdest place for key logic and things being in certain places. I've had everything pop up on me that I'm just like, I give up.
Yeah, even I'm not 100% sure on how the exact logic works, because I've seen hookshot be quote-unquote hookshot blocked, so I'm just like, alright, sure, whatever.
I have personally had hookshot on Cold Stare, and I was just like, what? My mouth dropped open because I was like, I didn't know that was even possible. So, but it does have to do with Cane of Samaria, though. The Cane of Samaria is, like, the thing that makes it possible by logic, because it's not counting for you to do the Ice Palace bomb jump to knock that, I don't know, it's randomizer logic. It's not vanilla logic, is the thing, because you don't have the cane in normal logic. So, I don't know.
Right, bomb jumps by Edgeworth.
Very good job. Very good job. And he is doing a magnificent job of making worth of that cape. And Ben's having a little bit of trouble. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit with this bomb jump, but I have faith.
Oh, yeah. It's one of those things that's easy to miss a couple times just because of trying to hit that perfect input, making sure you don't go all the way down.
He's not lining up the sword with the shadow. That's usually what I use also. It's close. That might be good. Nope, too low.
He's too low. I use the sword in the shadow. I put a pixel between the Shadow of the Bomb, and my sword. And it lines up for me every time, or at least when I get it right. But I tend to miss it, and my biggest pet peeve is when I hit it perfectly the first time and immediately walk off the edge.
Yeah. You're like, yes, first try every time. Oh.
Yeah, first try every time until you have to do it a second time. And so far, we are only getting dungeon items at this point. We haven't gotten anything of value out of Ice Palace yet either, but I do like their plays coming into Ice Palace. It's definitely a worthwhile play.
How about some red mail?
Quality of life item. Definitely not a bad thing to find, but not exactly something that you're like, yeah, give me red mail over hookshot.
Now, this is going to be a problem for Edgeworth because I don't know if there's a way to get back to the other side without doing the bomb jump. So I think he's just going to go kill the boss and take off.
Yeah, and this is a sequence break boss kill. Now, again, randomizer logic is really weird because it does consider a mirror okay. So if you get a key, mirror out, and go back in, it does consider that okay. Again, Ice Palace is one of those things that can totally just confuse you if you're not ready to have your brain melt.
Yeah, I think logically, this you would need. I mean, King could be here, but logically, the hookshot cannot be anywhere in Ice Palace now.
Yeah, I don't think. I do not think that hookshot can be on Cold Stare at this point, just because of the way that it was had to have been routed, and the Ice Palace bomb jump is technically what's giving them access. But very, very clean use of the cape.
Vincent up the bomb jump here. Oh, and you know what that key tells you? That key tells you the Cane of Samaria was required for Ice Palace. In the logic.
Again, randomizer logic. And I think he got that first. No, he was just too high. The trick to this bomb jump is you got to be on the very lowest 2 pixels. And oh, I don't think you have another potion. No, he went back and bought 2.
Now look what Edgeworth's doing. He's going back in. Now that he has an extra small key, he can go right side right away and get to those 2 or 3 chests that way.
Yeah, and the only thing is though is that again, this is where it confuses a lot of people. I don't think you're going to find any value over here.
Ooh, Vin got it. Second try.
So right now, this Ice Palace going back in, I don't think there is. I don't think there's anything of value over here. I don't think there's going to be anything that you can find. Again, unless randomizer proves me wrong again because of logic, I don't know. This is still one of those logic things that confuses me so much.
I think Samaria could be here, and then hookshot would have to be somewhere that's not Samaria blocked.
Possibly vice versa. Maybe hookshot could be here as long as it's not Samaria blocked. Samaria somewhere else. I guess you won't get both, but I guess you can get one or the other.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Again, it's one of those things they could find value here. It could very well be.
Well, there's ether, but that's not needed at all.
Yeah, unless TR. Yeah, I mean hookshot and TR. That would be interesting. I don't know. Like this kind of sequence breaking is what always makes me just go, I don't know, man. All right, so we found ether. That's the major find, but not much. I think there's going to be one more item. Big chest, so we'll see what's there. Does he? Okay, good. I was going to say, does he remember to go ahead and bomb this location because he cannot get there from the right side?
Yeah, no hookshot glitch without the hookshot.
I have forgotten that way too many times.
And that's the last item in ice, just another heart piece. So, Ice Palace giving us red mail, but unless ether is needed to go to Turtle Rock for something, I don't think we're going to need anything else.
And that's kind of what we're banking on not happening. You don't want that to happen. So he's going to go ahead and kill off Cold Stare, get another crystal. That's going to put us at 5, which is nice. I mean, 5 at about an hour and 13, hour and 15. That's moving right along. We just need Hookshot to be able to complete Swamp Palace. and then we need the Cane of Samaria to complete Misery Mire. So 2 items to get go mode, to get out of here and get up to Ganon. So and almost getting the quick kill on Cold Stare there. Getting a nice backup kill, picking that back up. Vin has Cold Stare down. He's going to be leaving and actually taking a bit of a... I don't want to say... I mean, it's not a lead. It's not a lead because there's locations that Edge has checked that Vin has not. So as far as item checks, Edgeworth has the edge, so to speak.
I was waiting for that.
I stopped. I didn't mean that to actually come out as a pun until I said it. Oh man, I am not sorry for what I've done.
Alright, so see, here's, like, it looks like Vin has a lead, but now he's gonna go check Hobo, which Edgeworth already did, so.
So Edge is gonna do Dark Death Mountain. Not a bad play. This is where I would go first. I don't blame him at all because you've got overworld locations you can check. You don't want to dive into dungeons you can't complete and bank on an item being there. Now, something that is completely possible is the logic on this could expect you to go into Mire to get Hookshot to go into Swamp Palace to get Kane to come back to Mire, or something similar, like really backwards and, you know, require you to go into Swamp Palace to get the Kane to go out to Mire to get the Hookshot to come back to, so, you know, it could require you to double dip something. So yeah, that's right. He's got to take this long route. No Hookshot is so painful. I hate it.
And it's not too long. You have the boots to make it faster, also. Been having a little trouble with the toughest enemy in the game, the waterfall, the whirlpool warps.
Swimming in Link to the Past is... Never
mind about Turtle Rock, though. We need bombos for that.
Oh, it's okay. It's going to be in the first chest over here in the Hookshot Cave.
Cane of Samaria, too?
Or
you're just going to hover and find the Hookshot like that?
Always hover. Hover's not cheating. Hover's a way of life.
Oh my god.
I told
Someone burned a witch.
Version 29, always going to be right next to where you need it to be. Now, if Cane of Samaria is in this first chest in Hookshot Cave, then it's... Oh, man. Then he's going in, and it might be the biggest time waste. But, I mean, in all honesty, you don't go into Turtle Rock and Cane here.
Well, with the Hookshot, you know, can Hookshot be in his chest and check everything else? Let's see.
Very possible. That is a part of logic. Wait, burn what witch? Burn what
I
witch?
love life right now. It is so good right now.
Oh, man. Burn what witch? I guess if we say it enough times, something will come true.
Well... I know where I'm going now, and that's Swamp Palace.
Yeah, head right there. Clear out that Swamp Palace. Get your 6th crystal. It looks like Vin is, again, following in the footsteps of Edgeworth. He's coming up to Death Mountain. So he's going to be getting the same checks here shortly. Interestingly enough, a location they have not checked. Spike Cave.
That is true. They will just put up Spike Cave.
And that is completely in logic. They have both safety items and half magic.
Also, this is one of those very rare seeds where the boots were required for that one specific moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Boots were required this seed.
I mean, help the boots were on a crystal boss, but you know.
Oh, I've seen that way too many times in this tournament so far, man. The hookshot being in that first chest for Hookshot Cave, that's so rude. But yeah, heading right over to Swamp Palace is definitely the move. I may have checked Spike Cave just because, just to get that out of my mind. Vin checking to see if he had Bombos. He's going to be pleasantly surprised to find Bombos over here in Super Bunny Cave. Or if he might not even check it. He probably will, but at the same time, he's going to be.
Oh, shut up! Can't do that.
Whoops.
Gotta get that jelly out of the way first. First chest in the swamp does not have the King of Samaria.
Now this is one of those interesting times where Swamp Palace becomes the do you or don't you moment.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Left side versus right side.
Yeah. So a lot of really good NMG runners and really good rando runners that I talk to and know, not going to name drop or anything like that. They talk about left side being a good gamble when you have 2 or more items that you need for go mode and you're able to clear swamp. If you only have 1, you want to go back and do the rest. And if there's only 1 item on the left side and it's a dungeon item, you bank on leaving it. The chances of your item being there are probably slim to none.
So what I would do is I would complete the dungeon as is, like go straight back. And if I haven't found a king yet, I'd come back and do those left side and then like save and quit a mirror out if I don't find it or whatever.
Yeah, that's usually the case. You skip left side. You skip left side doing it first. You do it. You do the back. You go ahead and clear the dungeon, and bank on not having the cane on the left side. It makes sense, especially if you're only looking for 1 item. It's a numbers game. And Vin is going right on over to Swamp Palace as well. So yeah, that route divergence did not last long.
Yeah, that route divergence was literally for like 15 minutes, and that's about it.
We might find route divergence now, though, inside a dungeon again, because Edgeworth is going to left side. He's banking on left side having something. Vin may go straight back. This could be huge. This could be the difference of time getting to Ganon's Tower. I'm I don't know. I'm really hoping that Vin does go straight back. I want that. Hookshot was the first chest in Hookshot Cave, the one you can bonk to, which can trip a lot of people up. And chat's going with exactly what we were just talking about. Some of chat's saying that or Edgeworth is doing the right thing. Some people are thinking that he's not. Like, again, if there's 1 item, it might be the right play to go ahead and go back and finish, because if the cane's in the back, you save yourself a lot of time. Now, you could argue if the cane is on the left side, he's saved time. But it's one of those it's one of those things that's highly debated. I don't know. A lot of people hate Swamp Palace. I don't. I like Swamp Palace. I actually, it's one of my favorite dungeons.
There's those 10 bombs I was talking about earlier.
Yep, hiding on the left side.
Newest item in the game. And 50 rupees, so left side does not have it.
20 bombs.
No.
10 bombs cost 50
no.
rupees. God, you don't let me have any fun.
What? You want to spend your rupees on bombs this late in the seed? Okay.
Absolutely not. I didn't say now.
I think at the big key, we are going to go. Might have to come back if Tina Samari is in there.
Now, here's one of the things, too. The big key can be in the big key chest. This is one of the 2 dungeons in the game that can have the big key locked away in its chest, because it's not required to beat the dungeon. Alright, so does Vin go straight back, or does he go left side? Stay tuned next time on Randomizer Z.
No. Not next time. It's going to happen now.
Okay, it's going to happen now. He goes.
Yeah, he's going straight back.
Good. So
race.
we have the knowledge. If this is Kane in one of these chests coming up, we got 2 more shots. Possibly 3 if the big key is on Vitreous or excuse me, on Cold Stare. You've got me messing up bosses. Thanks.
Stop blaming me. It's Argus.
Argus.
Try spelling it.
Argus.
Good. Close enough.
All right, so
It's a pirate boss. Argus.
yes, plenty of eyes, no patches. All right.
I'm in charge now. That was a Hearthstone joke.
Yeah, I know. And I immediately grimaced because the Hearthstone gives me pains. Probably gonna blink and see Argus dead here shortly because tempered and boom over to yep. Here he goes. Ow.
Argus will either have the big key or the last item.
Ooh, that was close. I cry foul. Yeah, just hit him.
It's a little tough when you don't get it right away.
What hit him?
There's the big key. You want to go back for that last item in that last chest?
Yeah. This is what we call the dungeon fetch quest.
Well, we know Vin will, because without finding the key yet, he's gonna go back in to open that chest and check left side.
Without a doubt. Now, again, time save here. Then, if it's the Cane of Samaria, that's huge because Vin will make up time here. So, another that left side argument. But if it's not, Vin's gonna check left side. There's 2 items over there. You're gonna check it because you don't want to be the guy to not check left side and it be there the whole time.
Yeah. From there, I mean, we have back of Thieves Town, which Vin hasn't checked any part of Thieves Town yet, correct?
He has not. He has not dipped Thieves Town at all. So
And then we have possibly Vanilla Location in Mire or Spike Cave. Let's see what's in here.
Yeah.
Nope, just bombs. So it's not in Swamp.
So yeah, Spike Cave, Vanilla Mire, back at Thieves Town,
Edgeworth is going to the other place we just unlocked, Pyramid Fairy.
and Pyramid Fairy. That would be something else. What if Pyramid Fairy has both powder and shovel?
Well then.
Why do I do these things? Why do I say these things? Yeah, that would be funny if Kane was on blind. I think that would be pseudo justice worthy because you're taking the blind person's Kane.
Well, is he blind or is he called blind for some other reason?
I don't know. I didn't write this.
Someone get Miyamoto on the phone.
Dang it, Miyamoto. Create better games. Wait,
The game's perfect. It's not like it's totally glitchy or anything.
it's not like the programming is absolutely awful or anything. Did he forget that he checked Pyramid already? What was that, Edgeworth? What was that?
Bomb upgrade, bomb upgrade. Oh, that was so required. That
I'm
made up for the
seeing
10.
double.
That made up for the 10 we skipped on Lumberjack Ledge.
Yeah, and it made more room for the 10 that we found on Left Side Swamp. Oh man, that's Pyramid Fairy being Pyramid Fairy. So where to now? Do you go vanilla?
It's either
Do you-
Gamble Mire or Check Spike Cave at this point.
Check Spike Cave, Gamble Mire, or Thieves Town? He's gambling Mire.
We're going to Mire.
This could be one of those moments of does Vin catch up by checking somewhere else, finding it? Spike Cave, for instance. Which
I could see Vin going to Thieves Town because he hasn't checked any part of it yet.
I can too. I like the Thieves Town play here. I'm a huge proponent of actually finishing Thieves Town, no matter what. Doesn't matter if it's a pendant or otherwise, because it just feels like one of those places that has something every single time. So, And it's not exactly a long dungeon. You do waste time by being in there, but again, if Edgeworth makes the right call here, oop, yeah, miss the block. If Edge has made the right call here and the Kane is vanilla, then that's big. That's his game to lose. So.
This is the point in the game where I wish they had some elements of Zelda 3 and Zelda 1. Wizard's going down in one hit.
Yeah.
They still hit like a ton of bricks, but they go down in one hit.
In Zelda 1, they don't go down in one hit. They go down in one.
Oh, it's like they have like 9 HP or 10 HP. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, see, I haven't ran Zelda 1 in so long. I played it all the time as a kid, but just I've not done the randomizer or done the vanilla run or anything like that.
Randomizer is hard.
Oh yeah, I know. I've seen the tracker for that thing, and I immediately I started having seizures. It's just like, oh Lord, this is insane. Why is this like this? Why you do this?
Only key so far in Mire to start.
The chances of the big key being in the vanilla location now are probably slim. Honestly, it's probably in this right-hand chest with the, I don't even know what to call it. I guess that's the vanilla map? Is that vanilla map?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's the one that's to the left of the big key chest. Because the one thing about Mire that's always good to know as a new runner, if this chest right here that Edgeworth is checking is a small key,
Like
never mind. It is guaranteed to be vanilla big key. So the big key is in the vanilla location, which is this long sequence here that you have to go through. That means both items are either on Vitreous or on the right-hand side. So
are you sure about the guarantee part? I'm a little confused on that.
No, it's 100%. If there's a small key in that chest to the north of the torture room right there, the big key is always in this location. It's guaranteed.
I'm gonna lift if it's not.
Unless something has changed in logic, that has been that way for almost 4 or 5 versions because they corrected a lot of things. I mean, they've snuck in other changes, but I'm like almost 100% sure.
All right, you're right this time.
This time, yeah. We'll wait until next time for me to be wrong. But
one day, I would have gotten away with it. Wasn't for those meddling kids.
Yes, if it wasn't for those meddling small keys. Message Vitor. He'll confirm and deny it.
Yeah, sure.
And then the big key isn't there this time. Thanks, Rico. Appreciate it. Your confidence in me is overwhelming.
Confidence in that chest. That means the items are going to be both on the right side or on Vitreous. Well, we're looking for Kane here.
Yeah, Vitreous could have an item, but at this point, if Kane's not over here, and Ben's following suit again with Edgeworth. Map.
He has one item.
Is it vanilla?
Vanilla Kane or
is it 100?
Town?
Is it 100% vanilla? That would be so dumb. Oh, don't be vanilla.
Oh God, this seed.
Why you do this?
Anyway, at 1 hour and 32 minutes, Edgeworth has initiated go mode.
Why is it vanilla? Oh. Why? Yes.
Oh God, so many things are happening this scene. It's like a dream come true. You had a vanilla pedestal item, you had a vanilla cane of Samaria, a vanilla lamp, and I'm gonna go get some chocolate ice cream for this. Chocolate.
Yeah, I did. Com.x is broken. Please restart.
We're gonna see a new glitch here? I don't think so. I don't think Edgeworth has set it up correctly.
Nah, he didn't set it up. There's actually a couple different ways to initiate the new glitch. you can actually set it up by your entrance. If you when you flute in and you come to the bottom of the rock that you have to lift to get into the mire area, and lift it from the bottom, and as you're placing the cane block to initiate the switch, if you like run and kick up dust before you do that, you still keep that same coordinate, and you can actually do the glitch without having to throw a cane block into the actual hole. I cannot do it at all for the life of me. So don't ask me to show you how to do it. I've seen enough runners actually do that a couple different ways. So
it sounds very complicated, and I think it is. Oh, and Edgeworth has to be very careful down the half a heart here. This could be a way. Oh man, I think he's safe now. He just needs 2 silver arrows. He's good. Yes. He can even go into jelly now, but he's still not risking it.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it either. the heart refill afterwards. Oh, I hate it when that happens.
And ladies and gentlemen, Edgeworth has just received his 7th crystal, and guys, you know what that means.
That means there are 22 locations in Ganon's Tower that you can get the Ganon's Tower Big Key. So, enter your guesses into chat, and if you win, what do they get, New York Rambler?
They get a spot on the leaderboard, but the leaderboard's pretty crowded, so if you won a lot, you'll get a spot on the leaderboard.
And my internal gratitude for cheating and guessing the right number.
I mean, we've been pretty good at guessing things lately, so I don't know. I went with 5 this time around, which, if it's done the correct way, would probably be the second chest opened in this Stalfo's room.
I stick. My guess every time is 11. I stick with 11, middle of the road, and it kind of gives for a little bit of divergence on the fact of if they go the typical routing, 2 on the right, go the rest. It's either the top left chest in rando room or bottom right chest, depending on how they decide to check. But of course, they can put a damper on that just by going full right and making everything different. So we'll see what happens here. A lot of people, if they get a key on the right-hand side, stay right. I've been seeing a lot more Dark Magician strats lately as well, with going the left side and going back right to check the right chest, and going to the either mirroring back or going all the way to Ice Armos and just leaving rando room. And bye, Turtle Rock. We never knew ye.
Always a good sign to never go into Turtle Rock. And Vin's about to get his cane in its vanilla location again, and he's now in go mode as well.
How do you feel if you're Vin? Do you feel behind? We know he's behind.
Yeah, I know. We know he's behind. But you know, if you dive a vanilla dungeon, you didn't go into Thieves Town because of that, you're thinking, you know what? Maybe that's good for me because he never went to Thieves Town.
Yeah, he probably has this feeling of okay, I'm probably in a good position. It's probably close, but I may be ahead at this point. I can see that. So Edgeworth is going right to start. Gonna get our 1 and 2 checks right now. Number 1, small key. Number 2, the validation arrow. He's going full right, so he's gonna put a damper on my guess. And yours, I believe. You said 5, right?
Yeah, well, so now it'll be the 3rd chest opened in this next room.
Alright, and Vin is going to be doing the I say vanilla strats, but he's going to be doing the bomb wall. He's not going to be doing the new glitch that was found. I was kind of close on Edgeworth's side, almost getting grabbed by that hand.
Yeah. Very nicely done in that room.
Yeah, that room control a lot of people. So number 3. Number 4, safety item. Number 5, piece of heart.
Ooh, number 6.
We got a big key at number 6, so full right pays off for Edgeworth. This is his game to lose. I mean, he's got enough of a lead now that it's going to take at least a death or a Ganon fall for Vin to catch up.
And our winner is Zelda, who was actually close with 7. Wait a minute, I said 5. He was over. Price is Right rules.
Did you put it in chat?
I did.
You know?
I guess reverse Price is Right rules then.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't listen to voice. Oh, there you go. All right.
And see, Zelda has one enough to be on that leaderboard. He's up there with 5.
All right. So Vin has all 7 crystals now. He does have Swamp House cleared as well. He's going to be heading up and doing the Ganon's Tower. There are 22 chests that you don't have to guess from.
Stop. See, even Zelda says use Price is Right rules. I agree with him. I win.
You should just hack the game and make a Mohawk class.
I'll talk to Vito about that.
Yes. I demand my fake money.
I want Herfy's love and affection.
Everybody wants that. All right, using the fire rod strats in the gauntlet. I love this because it kills these stinking little Stalfoses in one hit.
I hate the mini Stalfos in the gauntlet. They're so annoying.
They really are. They frustrate me so much. Then getting that, getting the hookshot glitch there, saving some time. It always seems like whenever I feel the worst that it makes me wait. Nice
fire rod shot there. Use that freshly found powder to good use here.
Do not blame him at all, because you're not going to waste any time, and you're still going to have a decent landmo cycle. Oh, except he misses the second and third one. He's going to have at least a 2 cycle here. 3 cycle.
Kind of gets out of your way if you start missing the first couple.
Definitely, but the lag hurts. On the second cycle, the lag is so rough, and you're just like, come on, please. So, does Vin go full right side? For this to still be a, one fall away kind of match, he needs to go full right.
Ooh, Edge missing the wizard room here.
Even 2 cycle on that's not bad, though. So, Vin's going to go full right. He's going to be getting his...
Did you expect them to make a route diversion at this point?
Not at all.
Come on!
Not at all. At this point, I literally feel like he has a rope attached to Edgeworth's back, and he's just, like, skating along. Yeah, no. I didn't expect it at all. And, at this point, since we have such exciting divergence, definitely give these runners a follow. You've got Edgeworth and you've got ayooitzvin on the left and right here. They're doing a fantastic job providing your entertainment. Also, big shout out to Iwakura Lane. I know I probably said that wrong again, but doing our tracking, making sure that you're up to date and know exactly what these runners have gotten, because frankly, pretty much had to click almost every button except for shovel and blue boomerang. So thank you to Lane for doing the tracking for us, as well as my co-commentator, New York Rambler. Thank you for joining me today.
Hey, thank you for joining me on such short notice.
Absolutely, man. I don't mind doing it at all. Short work of Trolldorm, too.
Very, very easy.
Because, a fall or 2 there could have honestly made up a little bit of difference, too.
It could have. I mean, not as much as a Ganon fall would, but yeah. Probably 2 or 3 falls.
Yeah. But at this point, any amount of trolling is going to help Vin catch up. Now, the one thing that's not going to change is things like Ganon teleports, blue balls from Aga. That's not going to change. That's all going to be the same. So the placement of each Aga rendition here, is that the same as well between each runner?
Yes.
Okay. So they're gonna get similar cycles no matter what. Oh.
Well, unless you start getting bullied by blue balls and miss a couple shots.
Yep. So this one might be okay. So 1001 so far. We're doing binary. Aga 2 is not being nice. Oh man, this is so rough because the cycles are so far off that He's gonna go away before that third one shoots. Oh man.
The awful setup here.
Oh, he got a hit. I did not know you could do that. I thought once his shadow went down, you could not hit him again. That was nice cleanup, you know, especially when it got away from him. That was oh man, that was a rough Aga 2 fight. So he gets out about 144.14, and he's going in to fight the big pig. At this point, he doesn't have any potions, I don't think, does he?
No, so just be careful not to get not to give Ganon a big old hug here.
He's going straight in. So I don't think he has a fairy. I don't think he has a yeah. So one hit, he's
Yeah, one hit from Firebat or Ganon himself, he's done for. Even with Red Mill, does 3 hearts of damage.
So this is
he has
must
a blue.
feel
He
behind.
has a blue.
He does have a blue. Okay, so he's fine, and he's got cape as well. So
Cape strats here a little bit.
yeah, using cape strats on Ganon is a very
Especially with half magic, you get a lot of time to use the cape here.
yeah. You've got infinite hits. On to 3.
Never
Gonna go ahead and fake that safety. Yep. So now it's down to a fall here. So if he ends up taking a fall, that's going to be huge, and it's going to make up a lot of time for Ben. But we don't wish that on any runner.
No. There's
Getting
one
into
silver
phase
arrow.
4. Oh no, this is a rough setup. Okay, he's good. All right, get that other arrow.
Ooh, missed it. Oh
No!
There's a fall.
No!
Still ahead, but that's going to be a little disheartening.
Oh, the nerves, man. Oh no.
It gets to you.
Oh. Why is Calm Curse a thing?
Good news for Edgeworth, he doesn't know this yet, but he's still ahead by a good amount.
Yeah, he is. We're coming up on Maldorm 2 on Vin's side. It's still a matter of, you know, probably one more fall. It's silver tempered. It's easy to get him through the phases. It's still easy to fall.
None doesn't have a blue potion anymore, so he has to be a little more conservative with his magic and his health.
Yeah, definitely. He's got to be careful. He can't just do cape strats again. He can do it and like grab the edge, but it's oh man, Ben takes a fall on Maldorm 2. That's unfortunate. That loses a lot of that time that he just got from the fall on Edgeworth's side. But Maldorm 2 will be Maldorm 2.
Edgeworth, all right, the bats are doing 2 hearts damage, so we just take one more hit from a bat, but a Ganon Hug will do 3, and doesn't want that. Oh, we're down to 1.
But he's in phase 3. Oh man, this is like
It's tense.
it really is, because we've all been here. We know what this feels like, and you get to this point, and all you can think of is, why are my hands shaking? I mean, getting a torch. Oh, he missed that torch glitch.
Yeah, Torch Glitch would have been a nice little bonus here. Alright, this is from number 2.
Meanwhile,
as long as the Firebat doesn't get shot, it should be fine.
yeah. Meanwhile, Vin is in the.
Oh, be careful! Oh, and the last probably one of the last seconds too. Wow, that was close. But Edgeworth gets it done. He finishes with an official speed racing TV time of 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 31 seconds. Get your GGs in chat for Edgeworth as he moves to 4-2 and is now 1 win away from the brackets.
Yeah, he's got more life in him for the brackets. So definitely keeping himself alive and really increasing his chances, even if he loses the next round, of being a part of that 4-3 group as well. But Vin is going right in. Let's see if he gets he's got more safeties, I believe. I think he used both of his potions because he used both his potions in
He
Ice
used 2
Palace.
blue potions in ice, but he went back and got 2 more, I think.
Okay, I did not catch that with everything going on Edgeworth's side, but he's going in fighting the big pig. I mean, all in all, I gotta say, this was a close race. Vin on Edgeworth is, his tail the whole time. And it came down to just everything being in that right spot. Vanilla Kane, I mean, if it wasn't Vanilla, Vin could have gone somewhere else and made up time. Just so many odd opportunities to make up time. All right, I believe Edgeworth is in to be able to do a interview here.
We're just gonna wait see if Vin can take care of Ganon first. I'm gonna get them both in here at the same time.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Like he's just about done with phase 2, and now he's on phase 3. Just gotta be careful. Doesn't want to fall either.
Yeah, he's got a little bit more leeway on the fire bats and things like that, but if he keeps it up and does well. Yes, Ganon, I did in fact.
That was risky. Just like a fire bat right to the face.
Stop doing. Why are they doing this? I'm.
One more hit though.
Okay.
Ooh, wow, he got that sword in just before the lamp went out.
I want to point something out too. He only has 3 arrows left. He could have
jeez. Anyway, ayooitzvin, getting it done. Finishes with an official speed racing time of 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 1 second.
Fantastic job. GG to both runners. And again, give these guys a follow. They did a fantastic job providing you your entertainment today. That is Edgeworth and ayooitzvin.
And joining us now in the room is our winner, Edgeworth. GG's.
Thank you.
So how vanilla was that seed? I mean, how was the seed for you?
There were a couple items that were in places that, basically I had to do things that I don't like to do, and that's what cost me a lot of time. Hookshot in Hookshot Cave and Kane and Mire. Yeah, both of those. Not happy about it.
So my first question for you is, how much did your nerves skyrocket from like 1 to 50,000 to over 9,000 when you fell on Ganon?
So I felt pretty good not doing the back of Thieves Town. I kind of felt that this was a seed where a lot of people had to do some full clearing, so really wasn't too nerve-wracking. What was nerve-wracking was almost getting hit by that fire beam right before I got the last arrow. That I felt my heart almost stop.
My heart stopped for you when I saw that fall. I was like, no, so bad, no. That was rough. I hate seeing it because I've had it happen. It's one of those things where you see your entire rando life ever happening flashing before your eyes again. So, we also have joining us now, ayooitzvin. Hey, GG, sir.
Yo, Rambler, that seed was horrendous.
That seed was something else. Yes.
Oh wow, yeah.
I made a mistake because I should never. I thought about not doing left side swamp, and it's like, I guarantee the seed's so trolly that Mario has that Canis Mario. I'm like, just do it, Vin. And then no. I should have just did it.
That would have made up a lot of time, actually. That would have put you literally right up around the same time that Edgeworth was at. And in all honesty, the entire time, Vin, you were on Edgeworth's heels. Y'all had maybe a total of 5 minutes of divergence.
That's not bad though. It was like a hundo seed besides Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I was glad that Kane was go mode item because I probably would have gone in Turtle Rock if that was an option.
I was about to ask. I was like, did you want to go into Turtle Rock?
I was
mean-
I was hoping the same thing, Edgeworth. That like I was like, I hope Canis Samaria is the last item because it can't be in Turtle Rock, so that means then there's go mode from there.
Absolutely. Now, Ben, I don't think you ever dropped into Thieves Town, where Edgeworth was just mentioning that he's like, well, most people would do all of Thieves Town, but you never actually went into Thieves Town, did you?
No, so I just pray to God that every seed that nothing is in Thieves Town if it's a pendant and nothing's in Spike Cave because I'm not checking it.
So gambling on vanilla Samaria over literally anywhere else actually ended up paying off. It's just that it seemed like the entire race, Vin was right behind Edgeworth like the entire time. Vin was doing a little more farming early on, so Edgeworth had like a 30-second lead coming out of escape. And except for 15 minutes in the middle of the race, you guys trace each other's footsteps. It was really incredible to watch.
The only reason I do that is because I have very unlucky getting bombs in escape. Like in the other race I did that was restream for Z-Hill, I legitimately killed every single guy and did not get one bomb drop and had to go back into the thing afterwards to check what was in there.
And it never feels good when that is, because it's always the time that there is something there that you don't get that bomb, like, I don't know, a glove upgrade where you can't even get back there without going through the dark maze, or not the dark maze, excuse me, but dark escape. I hate not getting a bomb in that first area. But all in all, I mean, the seed in itself was very trolly, and the fact, I mean, that hook shot and hook shot cave is something that just never like seeing it.
That made me laugh.
Yeah, and on top of that, though, it looked like for the longest time that y'all were not going to get Dark World access without going to Aga. It was just screaming at you. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I saw it. I was like, oh, there's cape. Oh, there's a lamp. Oh, a sword. Aga.
Yeah, you immediately got the Aga care package, and it just kept leading y'all in more locations, and y'all kept following it and going with the seed, thinking, okay, I'm fine not to do Aga right now. And if at any point one of y'all would have saved, or come back and done Aga, it would have been a big time waste because there was just nothing there. Boots ended up being required because of the hook shot, and even though Death Desert Palace, I'm telling you, I can't name bosses. I
Don't
can't
blame
name
me.
palaces. Oh man, everything is hard. Words are difficult. Anyway, GG, folks.
No, unknown. Goma does not belong in Zelda 3. Anyway.
just once. Can we maybe put Bowser somewhere, please?
What about
I
retro
mean,
mode?
in Randomizer, there's like options and stuff, but that's a whole different thing altogether. GG's to both our runners. Let me see what's going on right now on the schedule. I know we'll be back here on Speed Gaming at 11 o'clock. Unknown is back, and he'll be commenting with Rick.
Yep.
Not Adirondack Rick, the other Rick.
Yeah, that's officially his name now. He's not the real Rick. He's the other Rick.
Yeah, the other Rick.
The better Rick.
Ooh, wow! Shots fired.
Adirondack Rick might have something to say about that.
That's okay. We're all from New York. It's all good.
Anyway, that race will be Brewers fan JP versus Van Moon Z. That's another 3-2 elimination game going on right now. Starting in about 3 minutes ago, or probably now, Roxas 232 versus Claris.com over on Speed Gaming 2. Go check that out, and then 11 o'clock come back here. Brewers fan JP versus Van Moon Z. Those are what we have on the menu. GG against Edgeworth moving to 4-2. Maybe me and Vin can get ourselves the all New York Brooklyn whatever matchup in the next round at the 3-3.
They should do that.
And who knows? I might be able to commentate and have bad accents all around and just try.
Oh God!
Yeah,
I told you couldn't do the Brooklyn accent. Only I could.
Yeah, I heard he butchered my name bad.
Oh, unknown. Yeah. Well, when we talk about your name in the behind the scenes when setting up the matches and stuff, Rick is always calling you Ayo, and it's like, no, I can tell by that name. I didn't even hear your voice before. I was like, I can tell by your name. It's a Brooklyn guy. Ayo, it's Vin.
I'm from Staten Island. Don't.
Oh, okay. Staten Island. Close enough.
Brooklyn South.
That's what I said. Southern Brooklyn.
I have an undying urge to get pizza now.
Morning Gardens. How you doing?
Oh man. Well,
before I forget, Edgeworth, GG, brother.
Yeah, GG you too, man.
Yeah, and
right.
I want to thank everybody again. New York Rambler for joining me on comms. It's a blast every time, as well as our tracker Lane doing a fantastic job keeping up with everything. All the people at Speed Gaming. You've got Speed Gaming 1, 2, 3, and 4 that always have matches. ALTTP, Randomizer 1 through 4 that always have matches. Sometimes Speed Gaming 5. Don't forget about those channels. Give them a follow so that way you can always get up to date notices about when they go live. As well as, again, thank you to everybody at Speed Gaming, always doing a fantastic job. And you, the fans, people watching us. Without y'all, we wouldn't be doing this for anything. We would just be doing this sitting in front of our desks and probably doing nothing. So thank you very much.
And on that note, on behalf of Unknown Availability and Corleen, my name is Edwin Rambler. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned. More Randomizer coming later tonight. See you guys later.